Exit? Keep out? Beware of dog? Danger? No swimming? Stop? Okay, I will. What's this all about? I think it's about safety. Yours? And of course mine, too. Why do we need signs? Who can tell me? As warnings, right. You are old enough now to go out of the house on your own. And that means that you're old enough to watch out for your own safety. Signs can help you remember the things you need to remember to stay safe. You would think everyone knew that, wouldn't you? But I once knew someone who didn't. That was Dora Dingbat. You just won't believe what I'm going to tell you. How one little dingbat all by herself could get into so much trouble. Dora's day started off just fine. In fact, it was so beautiful that she decided to get dressed and go for a walk. She forgot something. Let's hope not. Oh dear, I was right. Dora forgot to tie her shoes, and untied laces can trip you up. Well, it's still a nice day, and there must be something to do. That is a cute dog, isn't it, Dora? But that sign is there for a reason. Well, that was a mistake. But Dora is likely to make a bigger one if she doesn't watch where she is going. Made it. Dora was lucky. She could have been badly hurt. pond. And that sounds like a frog. Oh no. Don't you think she would have learned by now? Careful, Dora. Luckily, the pond was not very deep, but it was wet. Suddenly she heard a voice. "Kid." A young man held out his hand and pulled her up. "Come with me," he said. "I will take you home, and I will give you candy." That sounded swell to Dora Dingbat. He had a shiny red motorcycle. She jumped onto his motorcycle, completely forgetting her mother had told her 1,000,000 times never to ride with strangers. Dumb Dora Dingbat. Whee! This was fun. But suddenly, Dora realized they were not headed for her house at all. Dora didn't like this, and she began to worry. Where was he taking her? Who knows? She tried to tell him where her house was, but he paid no attention. What could she do? At the next red light, she jumped off. She ran and ran and ran. What was that? Oh no, it's a train. Watch out, Dora. Watch out. Yikes! That was a close call. Dora decided right then and there that the next day she would stay home. Wasn't that a funny story? But the things that happened to Dora weren't really funny at all. Any of them could have landed her in the hospital or worse. It really was a sad story in a way, because most of the bad things that happened to Dora happened because she didn't watch out. She didn't even use the safety signs to help her. But you and I and Dora don't have to leave home in order to get into trouble. You know that. There are plenty of places right inside your own home where you can get into trouble if you don't watch out. For example, electrical outlets can cause trouble for people who poke their fingers into them. The electricity that comes into this little box can toast a piece of bread or light up a whole room. It can give you a nasty shock. You are old enough to leave electrical outlets and all the other electric things alone. And you also want to keep your younger brothers and sisters who don't know any better away from them. And then there's the medicine chest. Medicines and pills are fine when the doctor orders them, but they are not candy, even if they do look pretty and they do taste good. They're a no-no. Of course, you know enough not to swallow anything marked poison or with this on it. But not all things that can be poisonous are marked poison. There is no poison label and no skull and crossbones on a bottle of aspirin. And too many aspirin taken all at the same time can kill you. Playing with matches and turning on the stove are other no-nos. I don't have to tell you why, do I? No, I didn't think so. And probably you know enough to be careful when you're using scissors and knives. They're not toys, you know. I worry about your eyes anytime you have a sharp pointed object in your hand. And then there are some things that are so dangerous I hate to think about them. Here's one of them. This doesn't look very dangerous, does it? But if you were to put a plastic bag over your head, when you breathe in, the thin plastic sticks to your mouth. You get frightened. You breathe in harder, and the deeper you breathe, the tighter the plastic sticks, and you cannot breathe at all. Now, there's something else I want to show you. Oh, who put those there? That's not very smart, is it? Of course there are toys in your house, too, but this is definitely not the place to leave them. Leaving toys in doorways and on stairs can cause somebody a bad fall. They might be badly hurt. But I started to show you something else. Old refrigerators may look like fun to play around, but they are very dangerous. Never, never hide yourself or close some other child up inside an old refrigerator. Let me show you why. See, here's the handle on the outside of the door that opens and closes it. But there is no handle on the inside. The danger is that once you are inside and you close the door, there is no handle to open it again. You are trapped. And there isn't enough air in an old refrigerator, or any refrigerator, for you to continue breathing for very long. And as you know, we all must breathe in order to, what? Stay alive, right. So, watch out. Don't be a dingbat.
All About You is a project of the Agency for Instructional Television.